And welcome to Reckless and the Recluse. Rudy just combed his hair.
I would never.
Ooh, and he's having a Miller Lite.
It's Miller time. It's Miller Lite time.
Okay, so guess what I'm doing?
Doing a podcast, touching your ear.
Okay, well, I am not drinking for the rest of the month. And I did book one of those reenactment murder shows, and I film on Monday.
Yes. Which one? Do you know?
It's called, I guess I could say, maybe I can't say on here, actually. Yeah.
I think you can say
called Murder, Suicide, or Accident, Murder, or Suicide, something like that. Those three words in that order.
Covers a lot.
Huh?
That covers a lot of things.
It does. So the storyline is obviously someone died, and it could look like an accident or a suicide or a murder, obviously.
Oh, so the premise is you have to try to figure out which one it is?
Yeah, and then at the end they tell you.
I did one of those shows. I guess it was 2 years ago now. It does not feel like it, but it was it's called A Wedding and a Murder. Ooh. And it was like a reenactment show. And I remember because I filmed it on my birthday, and I just basically got to sit by a pool all day, which was kind of nice. But I was in the show for like a couple seconds. There was a close up of my ear because I played this like kid who was partially deaf, and he didn't hear a gunshot. He was upstairs when his I think sister got shot by her new husband. Wedding and a Murder. Oh, and so it was just a close-up of my ear while I was laying in bed. That's how I spent my birthday.
I'm like the lead.
Okay.
So I'm not sure yet because they haven't sent me all the info. I don't know if I'm the murderer or the murderee. Like, you know what I mean?
Is it a real case? Like a true life? Real life?
Yeah. True life. Yeah.
Have you looked it up?
No, I didn't go that far. I'll let you know next week. Come back next week to find out.
I'm curious if it's pretty interesting or whatever.
Yeah, we'll find out.
That's cool.
Also, I booked a comedy show.
Well, like a stand-up show.
Yeah. Stand-up comedy. Yeah.
Oh, stand-up comedy, not stand-up drama.
Yeah, no, I did not book a TED Talk yet.
Oh, shit.
That's what stand-up drama is.
My old roommate, the one that I told you about, did a TED Talk.
Really? That's cool. My life coach has done 2 TED Talks.
Okay.
Did you know
you have a life coach? No.
Okay, yeah, I'll get into that. But let me get into this first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that like drinking, like I have a real drinking problem or it's that big of a deal, but I want to be fit and I want to feel good, right? And I work so hard during the week. I've been like working out, hiking, eating right. And then if you undo it over the weekend, then I missed my workouts Monday and Tuesday. I gained 5 pounds. Like my face still looks swollen. And it's like, for what? Like why? And like I had fun, but was it that fun? You know?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's
so why. You don't work out on weekends?
I usually do, but I did work out on Saturday. So I missed Sunday, Monday.
You missed Sunday, Monday.
Which Sunday would have been fine to miss, but Monday I had a workout booked and I was too hungover.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think are you able to just like drink? Like I'll just have one beer and that'll be it. And it's like not that big a deal.
Like yesterday, I went to a mic and then I had one drink after. Obviously, that's not going to affect me. I'm fine with that. One is fine. I'm talking about the like binging. But I feel like if I don't, then I'll really have like a grip on those calories for the month also.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely, well, the other thing is it's not only calories, it's like as soon as you ingest alcohol, it's a poison. So your body, you put off metabolizing like sugar and all the other stuff to metabolize the alcohol. So like all that other stuff, it can get turned into fat really easily depending on how much alcohol, because you have to process the alcohol immediately, because if you don't, it will be bad.
And like if you saw the way I eat, you would be like, nah, you're getting fat from alcohol for sure. You know, like I don't even like dessert that much. I eat, if I do eat pasta, I eat bonza pasta. My bread is gluten-free rice flour bread. You know, like I'm getting fat from, and it's not like I snack a lot or anything. So it's the alcohol. And yeah, now it's just been on the weekend, but you know, I was like going wild for a minute.
Well, I think you look great.
Thank you.
But
that
yeah,
has nothing to do. That has like the looking great is fun. Like I'm trying to do this because I booked this one show and I want to star in a series by this summer. Like I want you to be like, Ashley, you're on a billboard and you have your show coming out by fall. And I'm going to be like, yes, I filmed it all summer. So like, I feel like also if I'm drunk and, you know, distracted, how am I going to get there?
Well, yeah, I mean, you definitely can't be productive. And it's funny because when I spend time in LA trying to hustle, I'm just in that mode, and it's like the other extreme where like I don't drink, but I also don't socialize at all. So I feel like that's also how you make moves, you know, like you do have to go out and talk to people and make friends. And, you know, even if it's just somebody that you want to like write with or film a YouTube video with, or just like toss ideas around with, like those things are really valuable. So I don't get that end at all. Like I will make self tapes and submit to everything and do all that type of computer home work, you know, go to every audition I can, but I'm missing out on all the other stuff. So I do think there is some value to that. Like I'm not saying that you shouldn't, you know, that's just my perspective.
No,
like
I'm just because I'm not drinking though. I'm going to a comedy show tomorrow. To network. I've been going to Mike's. I went yesterday. Yeah. I'm going to go today. This weekend, I'm going to go do some more networking. I'm going to network like crazy. I'm just not going to drink. Like those are like, yeah, those don't have to go together. I'm also like, my friends are like going to go bowling and stuff, and I'm going to go. You know, I'm going to go to movies. If someone's having a good party, I'm going to go. I just will be the DD and I'll have sparkling water. You know, it's not.
Really? Sparkling water is just as good. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I'll feel good in the morning, and that'll be the benefit of it.
I think it's just as satisfying to drink it. Fucking cold sparkling water. It's great. But
also, I am super spiritual, and I do believe in vibration, and I do feel like alcohol brings my vibration down.
Okay.
So that's just me.
Okay, go
ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, right before the pandemic, I was just starting to network like with comedy people, and I had started to help some comedians out with a podcast. They were going to start doing a podcast for a live comedy show every Friday night. And we did literally they did one show, and I recorded it, and I was going to put it together into like a podcast. And I have it recorded. I mean, but we never did anything with it. And like, those were two comedians that I really I still look up to, but like I was emailing with them and texting with them and like trying to work on something. And it lasted like a couple weeks. And then it was just like, well, this is on the back burner for maybe forever. Who knows? And it was just like, I was finally getting to a point where I was like, every Friday night I had to go to this comedy show because I was working there, and I was going to be hanging out with comedians all the time and like working on a project with them. And then it was just like, So hopefully,
that's just the way it goes. So like one of the guys, I think I had told you this already, but like one of the guys at Hollywood Improv had said they were looking for more like live podcast show ideas to have in the lab at Hollywood Improv. And we talked to the booker there. She gave us our email, and we pitched a show. Me and a comedian who she's TikTok famous right now, like huge. But But then, you know, we just pitched a show and the pandemic happened the next week.
Yeah.
Like,
hopefully there's still some opportunity.
Like, it is what it is. Like, and I'm not saying we got the show or whatever. Like, it's just that, like, I understand, like, when you feel like something big's going to come from something, and then it's just like,
I didn't even feel like something big was going to come from it. I just felt like, all right, I'm finally like hanging around with the people that I need to be talking to. You know, I'm finally going to be in the right crowd.
But something would have, because of that, because they would have started putting you on shows because you're their buddy. Like, that's the guy that I know who's only been doing comedy for like 2 years and was only in LA for 6 months. He was just editing a podcast for these guys who are like more famous, right? That's all he was doing. And then they were like, well, let's watch you. And then because he was funny, now he's been opening for him. He's been touring nonstop since last September. And at this moment, he's only been doing comedy like maybe 2 years and a few months.
Yeah, I mean, I almost definitely could have gotten stage time out of it.
Yeah, so like something big would have come out of it, I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna reach out to them like when I'm back in town, just to be like, hey, what's the deal with this thing? What do you guys? Let me know if you guys want to revisit it or whatever. But you know, it just seems like everything's up in the air still. But hopefully, I don't know. But what's the show that you?
Club, they really are.
What's the show that you're doing?
The Green Room, LA. Mm-mm. They used to do it at like at this little, like, it was like a coffee shop that was in a little trailer. It was a pretty big show. They would get big headliners there, but they moved the location, but it's still called the Green Room, LA.
And when are you doing that?
July 2nd.
Nice. Very small chance I'll be in town, but if I am, I'll go.
Yeah, that would be nice. But either way, I'll have. It's exciting. I mean, I got to work on more though, because last week I went to Mike's and I did really good, and then last night I went, and it was also because they called me first, and when I had looked at the thing, I thought I was like fourth, and so I was caught off guard, but I kind of like bombed last night.
Like good bomb or bad bomb?
Like good bomb. Like I didn't get like, I still got laughs and, you know, whatever. It's just that it wasn't flowing, you know.
But was it was a good experience to do?
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
The only thing that did happen is there was one guy that was laughing too hard, and then this other guy was like, he was like, I felt like you were jerking off to her, and I was just like, oh, fuck you guys.
He said that he heckled you with it?
No.
He said it after.
One guy was laughing really hard, and then the comedian that went up after me was like, well, this guy was like pretty much jerking off to her, like the way he was laughing so hard. And like, I was just like, all that it made me realize is that I've been going to these mics wearing sweats, you know, and I actually like wore an outfit yesterday, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why you don't wear an outfit.
Yeah, I've noticed that women comedians like purposely wear loose clothes and shit. Yeah, I get it. Except for like Netflix specials, they go all out.
Or nothing. Well, if I have a show, I'm going to dress up. I'm going to wear heels. I'm going to look like, which is not necessarily like the comedian look, but that's my personal look, my personal brand, you know? So I'm not going to change that up for a show. But for a mic, when I'm just trying to work out jokes, I don't want you looking at me that way. I want you to like laugh because I'm funny, not laugh because you're hoping I'll give you my number after. You know what I mean? Because then how do I know if it's actually funny?
True. Yeah, high heels will throw everything off. You know, you're just like, you're already on a stage. You don't want to be even higher. You want to be as low as possible. I know that's your thought process, isn't it? You know what is funny? And this is something I discovered recently. You know, on Instagram, if you hit the little magnifying glass and it's just like the discover page or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know how it's populated like with your, I don't know exactly, but it's like algorithm based, like stuff that you look at or people you follow or like friends of friends and shit like that. So I never look at that, but I look at it when I accidentally click that thing at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I see it, and my Discover page is almost 100% really jacked women like working out. It's
How?
like, I don't know. It's like huge ladies.
Is that what you look at?
No, I follow one person who like posts workouts, and I've like saved some Instagram posts of hers, and she's jacked and she does like workout stuff. And I think it must be because of that, because like she's the only person I follow that is even in that category. But somehow my entire, like 90% of my Discover page is just like huge, like abs on women, and like women just like pumping iron at the gym, and like TikToks of like flexing and stuff. I'm like, how is this what they think that I want to look at?
Okay, so I don't save much of anything, but I just always save the nails that I want for like the next time I go get my nails. And so my Discover page is all just nails. That's it. Just nails. I don't even look at nails when I'm on Instagram. I watch funny cat videos on Reels, and I look at my friends' stuff. So
it must be just based on what you have saved. And I've only saved one post.
But it's not based on what you like. Or is it? It should be based on what you actually like, right?
I mean, I guess I'm kind of into the giant women. Let's be honest.
What kind of porn do you want?
Just huge, muscular, just as many muscles as possible. Just like, yeah, like naked wrestling, just giant women, tiny men. That's what I like. Yeah.
Is that even a category?
I don't know. I mean, it's gotta be. What would it be called? Just like, how would you search that?
I don't know. I don't want to know. Let's just let it go. Giant women and little men.
There's no like actual sex. It's just they just like throwing the guy back and forth. And they're just naked and tossing him like a beanbag. Oh yeah. Immediately.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm into. Ask Deanie. I make her throw me.
So it's Mercury retrograde and you don't care, right?
What does it mean? Maybe I'll care.
Have you been feeling weird?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
Have you ever been having vivid dreams or like anything?
No dreams at all.
I've been having really vivid dreams.
All right. Say more.
Well, this is like a little deep, but I had a dream that my dad never died. And so when I woke, and it was very vivid, and when I woke up, I had to like remember that he had died, and that was weird.
That can't be.
That was very annoying. Obviously, not just like sad, but yeah.
Sure. Reliving that awesome memory every morning. That's got to be great.
Well, not every night. Not every night.
Yeah.
But yeah. What was I gonna say? So what did you do this weekend? Did you have a crazy weekend?
No, but tomorrow is going to be a big day. So tomorrow, my work team, we are meeting in person for the first time ever. And it's going to be very awkward and like just very, I don't know. I'm already anxious about it. I already feel guilty for not knowing people's names. I know, like, I'm just going to see, there's like so many people that are like the same age range and like, like I don't really know what they look like. So I'm not going to know who they are, even though I'm their boss, technically. It's just weird. What a weird thing.
Yeah.
I know their voices better than I know their faces. I'm just going to be like, can you just just do a mic check for me? Okay. What's up? Tracy, right?
I have honestly no idea why I'm yawning like this right now, but I think that that's the whole thing. This mom went to junior high and wore a mask and pretended to be her daughter all day, and the school didn't catch her.
What?
And yeah, so she was just trying to say that like we've been really disconnected, with wearing masks and being on Zoom and not paying attention.
How old is this mom?
She was probably like 30 and she looked like good. She just dressed young. She didn't look 13, but she dressed young,
And no one questioned it?
No one questioned it. So she was trying to say that she felt like it wasn't safe to have her daughter in
She was
school
just trying to make a point?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean, so she's an anti-masker. Bottom line.
Yeah, I guess.
Did she get in trouble for making her kid stay home? Unexcused absence? Did the mom do any homework?
Probably not.
I don't know. Are you still wearing a mask?
Obviously, it's a completely different subject, but I'm just saying, like, it makes sense. Like, I feel like nobody's going to expect you to know their names or, like, because you weren't in person. You didn't have their essence around you, Energy.
That's true. I think we're going to hopefully we're going to do name tags. So it's like, let's just get rid of that awkwardness. Like, hey, what's your name? I know that I talk to you every single day for the last 6 months, but who are you? Like, that's so awkward.
But then are you guys going to be working in the office or no?
No, there's no office. It's just like we're just having a picnic.
Oh, meet and greet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a meet and greet. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay, form a line. And I'm gonna sit behind this table and you guys can all come and take a selfie with me. Because I'm your boss.
You should just stand on the picnic table like Jesus and do a little sermon on the mount.
It is really like going to demystify. Like I've managed to stay behind this like wall, not really like reveal too much of myself to any of these people.
Yeah, like I still don't know if your legs are jacked, like you just really have been hiding who you are.
I really have been hiding who I am. Is your hair newly layered or something?
No, it's just that, well, yeah, I did get a haircut, but I got more color. And then honestly, I put some oil in it because I dried it out because I jumped in the pool on Saturday and left the chlorine. And so it just looks a little funky right now.
What kind of oil? Olive oil?
No, just like some hair oil, like some jojoba, like a mix.
Like just salad dressing?
Yeah.
Salad head?
Olive oil. And anyway, so it looked a little funny there.
Well, balsamic.
I didn't put any vinegar. Maybe I should have.
What's your favorite type of salad dressing?
I love like a lemon garlic vinaigrette or like a good like a cilantro, like jalapeno vinaigrette, like something that's like so a vinaigrette with like really strong flavor. I love cilantro
with personality.
What about you?
Yeah, I don't know that I have a favorite. I like a nice homemade Caesar dressing. That's good.
Oh, I make a really good homemade Caesar.
All right. We'll have to Caesar. We'll have to have a duel.
I love Caesar salad. It's so good, but it's not like my favorite. Like
I like the dressing more than I like the salad because the salad is kind of just there's not that much going on. Yeah.
And a little Parmesan. Sometimes
I don't need croutons.
Oh yeah, and croutons. There's a salad right now at Sweetgreens, and it's a roasted tomato harvest bowl, and I'm obsessed. It is so good. Yeah. And I think that salad has a sun-dried tomato vinaigrette.
Do I like Sweetgreens? I can't remember if I like Sweetgreens or not.
It's like my favorite salad place.
Wait, so Where's that boxing gym that you go to? Is that the one on La Brea?
No, it's on Highland and Hollywood.
Oh. There's a boxing gym
Why?
on La Brea, right by my old job.
Yeah, that's on La Brea and
Melrose, almost.
Yeah, I was gonna say Melrose.
Well, I said it first. And that's the same intersection where I worked. And there's I think it's a Sweetgreen that's right there also. I think
it's
right
one
below
more block down, I think, right?
Yeah, because I go there for lunch sometimes.
I think it's like after Melrose. It's like between Melrose and Beverly.
Yeah, right by the
that Sweetgreen actually pisses me off because
why?
I don't usually go to that one. Okay. I usually go to because there's one over here on Sunset and West Hollywood. And then that's the one I usually go to. And then if I'm on this side over here, there's one on Gower and Sunset. So those girls know me. They're great. They'll do anything I want. They'll mix the salad up any way I want. Right. So the other day I happened to be on that side of town. So I stopped at that Sweetgreen. Also, a G-Wagon hit my car while I was there on top of everything, but that's a whole other. And then I go in and I order, because this is a seasonal salad. So obviously they're only going to have it for whatever. So anyway, I get the roasted and I was like, I don't want regular rice. I want your crispy rice. And she's like, I'm sorry, that'll be $1 more. And I was like, you
gotta crisp it, man. That's labor cost.
I was like, they do this for me at the other Sweetgreens. Every time I've had this salad for the last, I go to Sweetgreens like once a week. Whatever. So I didn't say it like that, but I was just like, they do it for me at the other Sweetgreens all the time. And she's like, well, I'm going to have to charge you $1. And I'm like, does that make any sense? Because they're both rice. And she's like, I was like, fine, fuck it. I don't care. I just don't give me any rice because I don't want regular rice in it. Right. So she makes it. And at the end, she's like, here's your almonds. And I was like, well, can I switch the almonds for the crispy rice? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, you stupid bitch.
I wish you were one of those people that called the other location and then put them on speakerphone and made them talk just like with your hand out, like real sassy, like, hello, tell them about what you do with the rice.
But why in the world? Like, would you like I get it, like, because they charge for everything there. I get charging me more if I ask for 2 scoops of chicken, or charging me more if I wanted to add, one of their fancy things that's extra.
Yeah, all those like weird things are
all
built in. Yeah, that's dumb. Also, almonds are expensive.
Yeah,
they're fucking almonds. They cost like $1 million a pound at the grocery store. You should be able to like substitute a whole extra salad for the almonds.
She should give me chicken instead of almonds, like more chicken.
Yeah, more chicken.
Yeah.
So there's chicken in the roasted red pepper salad.
Yeah, it's roasted tomatoes. So it's roasted tomatoes.
Oh, roasted tomatoes.
Cheese, kale.
It's just a menu talk.
I'm trying to think where else I like to get a salad here. Oh, Mendocino Farms is good.
Oh, yeah, there's one of those by my house. I like Mendocino Farms. I've never actually gone there, though. I order from there occasionally. It's good.
You order. I was like, yeah. I love the Israeli couscous from there. We're just going to talk about food for the rest of the time.
Yes. Are you allowed to say Israeli food is the bomb, or is that like kind of fucked up?
Is that like, not sensitive to current events? I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think that I should speak out about Israel because I'm a Jew? Do I have to do that?
I don't know. I used to stay completely, like, obviously I'll talk about politics in my comedy. I'll talk about politics to you, but like, I used to absolutely put nothing about politics on my Instagram or Facebook or anything, right? Just because I'm not going to get into a conversation with some cousin that I've never seen in my life because they're,
And now
you know,
it's
have
just
different
all
views.
MAGA, all Trump, all Q, your whole feed.
Well, everything is, well, that's but what I was gonna say is that during like the BLM stuff, a lot of people would not be my friend anymore if I didn't post something.
If you didn't post anything.
Yeah. And so like I got a little, you know, and then now I'm back to like, oh, I would like, it's not that I don't agree with the movement or I don't agree with like whatever. It's just that I should have stayed the way I was, where I stayed neutral on social media, just because I don't think that's the place, me personally, because I'm not a political activist. If you are, that's great. I have a comedian friend who has started a podcast and he's bringing complete awareness to what's going on over there. And he's bringing on guests who live over there. And I think that's amazing, you know, but I think that's different than me reposting something when I don't even really know what's going on, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think posting on social media makes you an activist either. It's like kind of the opposite. It's just like, hey, I'm a part of this. Like you can like me, like I'm on your team, points for me. I get points, 20 points, 45 points, 60 points, 20 points, 30 points, 2,500 points.
Oh my God, shut up. No. So do I think you should? No, not unless you have some real like, don't be doing it because people think you should because you're Jewish. If you seriously know about something and you really want to share it, please do.
That's my vaccine shit. That's why I speak out there, because I know so much.
Yeah. And you are in the middle of it.
Field. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't
and
feel
that's
strongly.
Why I'm not, even though I don't want to get the vaccine, I'm also not posting as like, I'm not an anti-vaxxer in general anyway, but that's why I'm not posting anything about it, because it's not my place. I'm not a scientist. I haven't done actual, I've read articles and stuff, but I haven't done a lot of actual stuff. So why am I going to influence anyone?
I hope you don't. Well, my dad wants to hang out with me, and I told him I won't, because apparently he's not vaccinated, which I did not know. So I refuse to. There's no way I will hang out with him.
We're gonna have to do this podcast on Zoom forever.
Well, eventually COVID's not going to be a problem. Would be quicker if everybody just got vaccinated. It would be not a problem, already, but people do what they're going to do. I haven't talked to my dad about it. I just know that he didn't get vaccinated, and I'm kind of shocked because he is in his 70s and, at risk for actual bad COVID complications. So it makes no sense to me.
But did he get COVID during this time? Was he out and about?
No, but he wants to go on vacation. I'm like, there's zero chance that I'm going to do that if you're not vaccinated.
So is there a chance that you might move here in the next couple of weeks?
I mean, month-ish.
That's good. That'll be exciting. Have you written any comedy lately?
I think about comedy. I mean, have I sat down to write? No. I was thinking about a joke that I had worked on a long time ago that I still think is kind of funny, that I want to think about more. You know how there's like a kind of, it's just like I don't know, like an understanding almost, or like a thing that people say that men get into comedy to get pussy, right? You've never heard that. You look surprised.
Well, I mean, I know guys the funnier you are, the more likely you are to get pussy, but whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, that is a reason why a lot of people get into comedy. Like, I mean, that's just a thing that exists. So I always thought it would be funny to talk about why I got into pussy to try to get some comedy. and just talk about how just needed to shake things up and, have
That's
funny sex to talk about.
So I have a funny sex story from this weekend.
All right, let's wrap it up with that. Let's.
Okay, I know. I'm like a little low energy right now.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
So first of all, I don't know if I already told you, but I had like ended things with that guy that I had been seeing, right?
Okay.
And then he showed up like last week at a restaurant, and I was still like done with it. And then I went to a party and I drank too much,
We showed up at a restaurant as in to see you, or you just randomly ran into him at a restaurant?
Well, me and my friend were there, and he came with his friend. But like there are friends, but like I didn't invite him. You know what I mean?
But he knew you were there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he was like sitting by me and trying to like get my attention and pissing me off like more. You know what I mean?
Was he pinching your leg? Was he doing that?
No, he was like, oh, I don't even. Okay. So anyway, then go to this party, and then, I end up with him. It's whatever. And we end up dancing, and then he's like, so you're not mad at me anymore? And I'm like, I guess not right now. And then, whatever. So that was Saturday. We said we were together till Monday. But anyway, on Sunday, we had went to a pool party. And when we left the pool party, we went to a bar. Everybody was going to a bar. And when we went to the bar, they were like, you guys look really drunk. And they're like, we're going to let you in, but like, don't act up. And I was like, okay, we won't act up. But I realized I left my phone in the truck. So I walk back, and he follows me, and our friends are getting a drink, and I'm like, whatever. So we start hooking up in the truck, and we didn't lock the doors. And so we had 5 people with us who had a beer and came back because we didn't show up. Right. And they open, and we're butt ass naked, and it's dark. So the light in the truck, and it's just like, no saving. And so my friend closed the door, but his friend, of course, wasn't going to close the door. He just left it open, and he's laughing. And it's like, so they saw me butt ass naked. They saw both of us butt ass naked. There was just no way. There was like, obviously I put my clothes on, but there was no way to do it where they weren't going to see something.
Were you able to like cover yourself up, or was it just not even possible?
Like, obviously I covered myself, and then I was like grabbing my clothes, and then he was like grabbing his clothes, and then we like sat up,
And so they just watched you like get dressed?
Yeah, he thought it was hilarious.
How did you feel about it? Were you drunk enough that you didn't care?
In the moment, because I was drunk, I was like, who gives a fuck? But then the next day I was like, oh my God.
So this is really why you want to stop drinking?
That's why I'm still drinking. Also, like, in what world was it like, okay, we're going to go get a drink. I left my phone in the car. So let's not have drinks with our friends. Let's fuck like on a busy street. Like, it wasn't like we were parked on a busy ass street. I
thought you're about to say, it wasn't like we were parked. Like, oh, you were in motion. Active truck fuck. What kind of truck is this? When you say truck, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's like a big, like, double extended cab. Like, there's a
like
lot of room.
Cute giant pickup.
Yeah.
Who needs that in LA?
Well, he has a welding business, so he does need it.
Okay. All right.
But if he lived in this side of LA, he wouldn't. But he lives in the valley. He
melted you down.
That's what he said. He was being like, he is a punk, and I was like, first of all, the girl he was talking to before, because he thought I was mad at him, like, whatever. I was like, she's not even that pretty, and he's like, well, no one's as pretty as you, Ashley. And I'm just like, you're such an asshole. And then I was like, the other girl that was there, that I was like, she's too hot for you, and he's like, well, you're too hot for me, and I fucked you. And I'm just like, well, here we go.
I mean, facts are facts, I guess. How do you argue with that?
I know, I didn't say anything. I was supposed to say now. I wish I hooked up with more mature men. That's all I could say.
Yeah. I'm glad you don't, though. So we have something to laugh about.
You're glad I know.
And I know that's what I just have dead bird stories and fucking you're having sex with people in the back of a double wide trailer, and I'm just fucking literally taking like slow-mo videos of turtles that are already slow as shit. Like, why do you need to slow-mo a turtle just walking down the road? That's how exciting this life is here, is that a turtle is too fast for me. I got to slow things down so I can play it back and be like, oh, okay. Yep. That's a turtle.
All right. Well, I'll keep being exciting then. I'll keep being sober exciting. Let's see how exciting I am sober.
That's cool. You can get into, we can talk about all the different seltzers. Here we got a San Pellegrino, not my favorite. I like a crisper bubble, not into those, whatever texture bubble that is, not my favorite. But it's, I'll drink it.
There's a new brand and they have like a watermelon mint flavor. I can't think of the brand. That's probably my favorite right now. That's what I'm going to stock up in my fridge.
Watermelon mint. I really just like a plain seltzer. I'll drink the flavors, but I prefer just plain, cold, crisp.
I like that, but I do like to squeeze some lemon in it.
Yeah.
So I like it with flavor. But I do like the crisp, like plain one with something. Like the Pellegrino brand, like in the glass bottle. Love that. More than
I prefer Perrier. I like Perrier over Pellegrino. I have taken a side. I will actively speak out about that on social media. Perrier all day. France over Italy. I think I follow France over Italy just across the board.
Sounds good. I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time.
That concludes this episode
of Reckless and the Recluse.
Recluse. All right.
Tell those turtles hi.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.